This morning, as we often do with a minute of silence, I want to draw to your attention that on this date, 150 years ago, a great American lost his life. 150 years ago today, Mr. Abraham Lincoln, great champion of the peoples, of every person, certainly a great American, who really sacrificed his life for us to have the amazing country that we live in today. So you might want to think about that as we observe at this time our 1 minute of silence.
Summit Chair and President of Dominion's Global Ambassadors. A very warm welcome to the international delegates and teachers participating in our 4th annual Latin International Youth Leadership Summit. This year, we selected the theme, Standing for Unity and Changing Perspectives. And at this time, I'd like to welcome all 5 international delegations. So if we give a round of applause. If you give a round of applause for when they sit down, that would be awesome. This is France St. Joseph's Institution. American School of Tampico, Mexico. Hua Chan Institution, Singapore. Clifton School, South Africa. Bugle Academy, South Korea. Founded at Dominion in 2009, the goal of Global Ambassadors Club is to expand global perspectives of the student body through service initiatives, international exchanges, and hosting an international summit. Aside from the summit, the club focuses on service initiatives, including benefit concerts to support Save Darfur and El Refugio, a children's home in Costa Rica. Various fundraisers to fund a playground for Sahara Sakika, a children's home and school in India, a change drive to raise funds for International Justice Mission, a human rights agency dedicated to ending modern-day slavery, a canned food drive to support needy families in the community, and a drive to collect items for the Landed Transitional Housing Program. This year, our main service initiative is the Charity Walk for Sudan, and it will be held this Saturday at Parkview's Track. All delegates will participate in students' dialogues. The first goal of the summit is to explore progressive movements through human history. After examining the lessons learned from these movements, delegates will be able to apply them to current issues facing the world today. As we discussed, you will gain a greater understanding of how people around the world may face the same issues and challenges facing your own country. Their way of solving problems, however, is very different because of cultural, social, and political issues. With all these ideas, our last goal is to discover ways in which young leaders can affect change in the global community for the future. By the end of the summit, the delegates will no longer be strangers but friends. We hope that you not only make friends, but that you can keep for a lifetime, but you are truly impacted by them and learn from people your own age who are living in such different worlds. Whether you are listening to one of our expert speakers or busting a move of the glow dance, take it all in. The ability to build connections between schools, exchange knowledge, and explore opportunities will begin to change the world issues we see every day. Everyone is responsible and everyone can make a difference. Global inclusion but shared responsibility is the key to making that difference. We truly hope that you take full advantage of this wonderful The Loudoun International Youth Leadership Summit has grown substantially since its start here at Dominion High School 4 years ago. The Loudoun International Youth Leadership Summit has grown past the doors of Dominion to 5 other Loudoun County schools: Parkview, Broad Run, Jumping Falls, Rockridge, and Freedom, and has also grown internationally to bring together 13 international schools from 11 different nations. Each year, Global Ambassadors works together to create a theme for the summit and its participants in order to have the delegates work towards embodying the essence of each specific theme. This year, our theme is Standing for Unity, Changing Perspectives, in hopes that each student can stand for a united front while understanding the perspectives that each country, delegation, and student has. We want not only the international delegates, but also the student body to come together and change the minds and perspectives, making the world a better place and a more understanding place. The summit presents many opportunities for student involvement in and outside of Global Ambassadors. There are many opportunities for you, the student body, to become a part of the summit and help embody the meaning behind this year's theme. This year, all delegations from all the participating Loudoun County schools will come together for one day, Saturday, April 18th, and give back to the community. We are spending the entire day working on several different service projects, from reading to elementary school children to walking and raising money for Sudan Sunrise. All of these projects and the many other activities throughout the duration of the summit all help make our community and the world a better place, standing for unity, changing perspectives. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Mona Zatoon and I am co-president and co-summit chair of Global Ambassadors. Gandhi once said, the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. One such man is here today, the embodiment of selflessness. Rudwan Dawod was born in Darfur, the region of Sudan. He grew up experiencing poverty, witnessing a violent and entrenched government destroy, isolate, and oppress its people in violation of rights of worship. Over the years, Rudwan's perspectives of others has changed from what they were as a young boy growing up in Darfur. His continued efforts with the non-profit organization Sudan Sunrise included his helping to build schools in religiously divided regions, bringing Muslim and Christian individuals to work together. In March of 2011, when Muslims in the north attacked the southern, prominently Christian region of Albania, Rudwan organized a relief effort for young people in Khartoum, who risked their lives to aid the victims. Then when churches in Khartoum were destroyed, Rudwan organized young Muslim volunteers to rebuild a cathedral in South Sudan. Falsely accused and imprisoned in 2012, Rudwan faced torture for being Muslim, determined to rebuild the Christian church twice destroyed. He was later nearly put to death for his reconciliation and pro-democracy initiative, for which the government labeled him as a terrorist. He was only released after advocacy efforts from Secretary of State Clinton and the President. Rudwan was released in time to see the birth of his daughter named Sudan. He currently lives in Oregon, helping the Sudan Sunrise provide aid for Manupul schools in Turare. It would be hard to find a more appropriate speaker for this year's theme, Standing for Unity, Changing Perspectives. So would everyone please help me give a warm welcome to Rudwan Dawod.
Hello, Titans. I love this day. It is really my pleasure to be here. Thank you so much, Dr. John, for inviting me to come and speak to this wonderful crowd. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you, Pierre. Thank you, Mona. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, Tom Richard, the man who inspired me, the man who has given me the opportunity to be a better person. Thank you, everybody, for coming today. I didn't know it was going to be this big, this beautiful. So I'm a little bit nervous, so excuse me for that. And my picture is there. is very powerful, very strong. And what I have seen here, it is the true unity. It's amazing to see all the flags of all nations. It's amazing to see students across the globe, from South Africa, South Korea, Singapore, France, and Mexico. It's amazing to see just everything in front of me, and the school is beautiful, by the way. Again, unity. It seems like it's a simple word, but it's very beautiful and it's very powerful. At the same time, it's not easy to be united. It takes a lot of work. And I'm really inspired by what you are already doing to be united. Let me just tell you a little bit about my background and what I have done towards unity, what I have done to change my perspective. It wasn't an easy thing to grow up in Sudan, in the Darfur region where I came from, a region that suffered from a long war, a region that where still a genocide going on. I grew up in a very difficult situation, an unusual childhood. When I look back to my childhood, it's just amazing, like how I have changed my mind. I have changed my perspective, how I now look to others who have things different than mine. Sudan, I used to say it is the largest country in Africa, but sadly not anymore. Why? Because it is now divided into countries. Sudan divided because we couldn't accept each other. Sudan divided because there were some people who were marginalized, who were discriminated against. When I grew up, I was taught to hate others, particularly Christians. It's a little bit hard even to talk about that sometimes. It's painful, but it is the truth. And I didn't know that one day I would even change, live together with them, accept Christians, and even marry a Christian wife, my beautiful wife, Nancy Dawod. We have a beautiful daughter in Edinburgh, Sudan. When I was in Darfur, I was basically brainwashed. And this is what the government does through education, through the media, through laws. We wanted unity, but it was a unity of one kind of people. It was a unity of Muslims. We didn't realize that unity was bigger than just our religion. My story is actually the story of millions of young Sudanese people who were raised up in this time. We didn't get the chance to know others until I got the opportunity to go to university, where I met students from all different backgrounds. I I realized that I was wrong. And it wasn't easy thing to change. To change your perspective. To change your beliefs. What you thought was true, it was very tough. And the moment I got the chance to be part of Sudan Sunrise in 2009, my entire life changed because of Sudan Sunrise, because of one of the heroes of Sudan Sunrise, but also a hero of all Sudanese and even Americans. Dawod, I'm sure some of you may know him. He was the tallest NBA player. He's Sudanese. His story is quite amazing. I can talk about him for very long. I would not be able to really reflect how genuine he was, how great he was. He's the person who lost over 200 members from his own family. Our families are really big in Sudan. I'm a brother of 6 sisters and 6 brothers, or 12. He lost many members of his own family. By our people, none of us Christians, he lost 7 members by multiples. During our war, the jihad time. But Mahmoud, he never held any bitterness towards Muslims. In fact, most of his friends, very close friends, were Muslims. When I met him, when I found out that he lost his many lives, I said, Mahmoud, I really feel very sorry. And I apologize on behalf of all my generation for what happened to them, for what happened to all South Sudanese. And I promise you that I will do all it takes to bring reconciliation. When he says, Rudwan, we don't have to apologize. It's not your fault. I know you were cheated by the government, you were brainwashed. Let us forget about our past. Let us open a new page. When we open not only his house to me, to be like one of his family members, but he opened his heart. He helped me a lot, and actually he's one of the reasons why I'm now married to one of the most wonderful wives, Nancy. Manu, before he dies, he had many dreams. Some of them he wanted to build schools. It was a big opportunity for me to participate in Sudan Sunrise, to help them to build schools that will be open for all kids in Sudan, regardless of their backgrounds. And we did it. It was amazing. In my last trip, when I went to Sudan, we had another wonderful project to build a church, and it is a little bit unusual for a Sudanese Muslim to build a church, because churches used to be destroyed by my brothers and sisters, my fellow Muslims. It was an unusual even for our people in South Sudan to see a Muslim young man with a group of Muslims bring this initiative of rebuilding a church. So they were kind of a little bit even hesitant. But the reaction we got from people was amazing. After we went to Korea, it's a beautiful city in South Sudan where 2 genocides has happened. Muslims killed Christians, Christians killed Muslims. We're trying to bring reconciliation. When I went back to Sudan after visiting in South Sudan for the church project. There were a lot of uprisings were going on. I just couldn't be silent, so I wanted to participate. A few days later, I got arrested. I didn't know that the security guys were checking my Facebook or searching everything about me. They found out that I was participating in rebuilding the church. I was tortured very bad. It was a very tough moment. My torture was not because I was participating to overthrow the regime. It wasn't because I was protesting peacefully, but mostly because I was rebuilding the church. They were questioning me. How come you rebuild the church? You should destroy them, not build them. It was just tough even talking to them, but I took it as a chance to educate those who were torturing me. I told them that we should do this. I was beaten a lot, but I wasn't even feeling the pain, the physical pain. I was feeling bad about my torturer. I was feeling bad about them and that they still have this kind of divisive mentality. And that just made me stronger. And I was angry for them. At that moment, I did remember little Dawod, who forgave me, who forgave all my fellow Muslims, even though he lost many lives. And I think to myself, if Manut can forgive us, even though he lost this many lives, how come I don't forgive these poor guys who are Muslims? I told them, I don't feel even the pain. The only pain I feel is that we really need to change. It did provoke them to even start being me more and more. They were even enjoying us so sick. But that made me stronger. When I got out of the prison, when I was released, actually not only because Hillary Clinton had mistaken or the State Department issued some press release or the international organizations, but mostly the campaigns that was led by people from all over the globe. People, they never even heard about me. People, they don't even know who I was. People from all different religions, Muslim, Jewish, Christians, atheists. Everyone was standing by me. And I was released because of the pressure. I even wish I could just find and meet all these people who died. But they did it because they believe in me. They don't believe in differences. I was free and I came back safely to the US just 12 days before my first daughter, who we have named her Sudan, who I want her to grow up in a better world, without hatred, with more love, with more peace. When I see you today doing this amazing job, I have noticed that next Saturday, this Saturday, we're going to have a walk for Sudan. It is amazing. It just makes me very proud of your generation. I want my daughter to be just like you, to do what you are doing right now. Before coming to speak here, I thought I want to kind of tell you what to do or to inspire you, but you are inspiring. I know some of you may really don't know how effective this is. May don't know the impact that you are going to have, but this is huge. What you are doing is history, it's amazing. When I was in high school, I have not done this. So you are inspiring me, and please do it. Ask others to join you in this walk. When people in God here that they are students in America. I'm from other countries who are raising money, going for a walk to help them. You have no idea how that feels. Yeah. You have no idea how they appreciate that. It's amazing. Again, I'm really very proud of what you're doing. You are inspiring me. I just wish I can go back to high school and come join your school. No, I cannot do that, but I wish I could. I will come one day as a teacher to accept me. I just wanted to say thank you again for inviting me, Dr. John. It is my pleasure really to be here. And I really encourage you to participate in the Walk for Sudan. Life isn't just about us. I know even if our life is perfect, it would be much better when everybody's life is perfect. If you wanted everybody's life to be perfect, you should do something for them. Anything matters. Thank you so much for having me.
Spending your time with us today and being a wonderful keynote speaker. Can we please have another round of applause? I hope that everyone here today has been inspired by Mr. Dawod's story and has been able to learn from Mr. Dawod's life example. Not all of us will lead lives similar to Mr. Dawod's. However, each of our lives is an opportunity to do something extraordinary. What will you do with your opportunity? In the words of John Keating, what verse will you contribute to the powerful play? With that, I will now turn it over to Dr. Brewer, who will dismiss you. International delegates, will you please remain in the gym as the student body is dismissed.
Thanks, Justin. Thank you, Mr. Dawod, for sharing your inspiring story with us as we, each and every one of us, strive to lead a life of extraordinary significance. Let's return to, let us just long enough to get our belongings. Then we'll move on to the second block right away.